Like, katulad siya ni VP Sara, itong Legal Affairs Chief ng Office of the Vice President, tumanggi na manumpa, mag-take out doon sa harapan ng mga kongresista. Anong rason niya? Pakinggan natin ang rason niya. Ang galing. Nagmana talaga kay VP Sara. Magandang araw mga kaibigan. Ito po, may magandang pangyayari sa hearing ng mga kongresista. Yung tinawag na nila, nag-appear na yung mga tauhan ng Office of the Vice President. Katulad siya ni VP Sara, itong Legal Affairs Chief ng Office of the Vice President, tumanggi na manumpa, mag-take out doon sa harapan ng mga kongresista. Anong rason niya? Pakinggan natin ang rason niya. Ang galing. Nagmana talaga kay VP Sara. Walang magawa ang mga kongresista.
I just looked into the report. On November 7, there was...
Ito na yung...
On November 8, the person who refused to receive the subpoenas for Attorney Zulaika and Attorney Fajarda per the report of the Legislative Service Bureau, it was certain Attorney Emily Torrentina from the Legislative Affairs Division of the office.
Mr. Chairman, can we invite that person as well? And for us to find out why she babae ba siya? Oh ma'am, andito po pala kayo. Why did you refuse to accept the
Your Honor, oath has not been administered. Thank
Okay,
you, Your Honor.
Mr. Chairman, can we administer the oath of those first time that attended this hearing?
Mr. Chair,
Paut na natin silang lahat. Comsec, pwede po ba paki-out na lahat sabay-sabay?
Thank you, Your Honors. To all the resource persons, including Attorney Emily Torrentira, please stand up. Including Attorney Emily Torrentira. But since you are willing to testify, Your Honor, and give your statements, Your Honor, it was requested that she will be giving her oath as well, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I may, respectfully.
Please administer the oath first.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this inquiry, Your Honor? The oath has been administered for the resource persons, Ms. Rabago, Mr. Tenido, Attorney Sanchez, and Ms. Villadere. However, Attorney Emily Torrentira refuses to take her oath, Your Honors.
Yan. Hindi siya nagtaas ng kamay. So magpapaliwanag ngayon. Ito.
Mr. Chairman, I'm just wondering why attorney, what's the name of that person?
Emily Torrentira.
Emily,
Emily Torrentira, Your
Sorry,
Honor.
raise her hand for the oath taking. Can we ask her why she refuses to take her oath?
May I, Mr. Chair?
You can
Your
all sit down,
Honors.
ma'am. Bakit upo na po?
Thank you.
bakit daw po ayaw ninyo mag-take ng oath?
No, Your Honor, I am not refusing to take the oath. Prior to being asked to take the oath, I was trying to explain, Your Honor, that I am not an invited resource person. Second, that I've only been asked now to explain why there was no receipt for subpoena for the persons who are not present here. That is what I'm trying to say, Your Honors, respectfully. I just wanted to explain that as part of the Legal Affairs Division of the office, I wanted to explain why we did not receive. In accordance with the rules governing inquiries in aid of legislation, wherein the rules of court suppletorily applies, Rule 14 in relation to Rule 21 of the Rules of Court, Your Honors, personal service must be made to resource persons who are being issued subpoena. With that, Your Honor, they being not present in the office at that time, no person can receive on their behalf. and then hence there will be no proper service. Respectfully, Your Honors.
Yun. Ipaliwanag pa, itong si Attorney Emily Torrentira, hindi siya invited na resource person sa hearing na yan. Kaya lang, nagboluntaryo, nagpakita pa rin. Para lang ipaliwanag, kasi may dalawa pang abogada o abogado sa Office of the Vice President na nabigyan ng subpoena. Wala sila doon. So, ang rules of court pala, hindi pwedeng tanggapin ng ibang tao. Dapat yung subpoena na yon galing sa Congress, ang makakatanggap lang, ang dapat lang natatanggap, yung mga taong gisubpoena. Wala sila, kaya walang nag-receive sa subpoena. Yun ang rule ng korte. So, itong si Attorney Emily, hindi naman siya resource person. Bakit siya mag-take out? Kaya tama siya. Kaya walang magawa itong mga kongresista.
Well,
Yan.
we accept that
Accept.
guidelines, no, that you mentioned a while ago. But you all know that this is in aid of legislation, and the reason why we are trying to course this invitation to the Office of the President, we discussed this lengthily already, and the testimony of Attorney Lopez is so important to us. And also si Baharda. And I think, Mr. Chairman, with this kind of explanation that being manifested by Attorney Tolentino, as much as we accept that that premise of her, but somehow we are all guided with moral decency, no? That somehow, Mr. Chairman, umatid naman po sila dito kahit na sabihin po natin that yun nga po, ito po yung sinasabi nung inyong minention a while ago, but I think somehow sa akin personally that is not accepted. And isang tanong lang, attorney.
Nung una sabi niya, yes, we know that. We accept. Ngayon, sinasabi na naman niya, personally, it's not accepted. Ano ba talaga ang stand ni Congressman Dan Fernandez? Medyo,
Have somebody told you not to accept all those invitations?
No, Your Honor. It was
So it's
it is in accordance with the rules, Your
it's
Honor.
rule.
Attorney,
Bulisyon.
we will recognize you later because hindi po kayo nag-take ng oath. Okay na po.
Chairman.
You've already said your piece.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Congressman
May I
Paduano,
ask
you're
the
recognized.
good attorney, what is your role in this? You are not invited.
Ano na naman may pahiwatig na naman si Congressman Dan Fernandez. Meron bang nagsabi sa iyo na may nag-utos sa'yo na huwag i-accept yung mga subpoena para sa dalawang abogado na wala doon? So, parang pinapalabas na may nag-utos. Magaling naman tong sa Attorney Emily, no, walang nagsabi. Yun lang kasi ang nakalagay sa rules of court. Alam naman ng mga kongresista, yun pala ang rules of court. Bakit nila ipipilit na tanggapin pa rin yung subpoena kahit wala doon yung taong sige subpoena? Ito, si Congressman Paduano na naman.
Invited, but you are present at today's hearing and you never take your oath. Why? What is your presence?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, I am the Chief of Legal Affairs of the Office of the Vice President.
No.
I am here to represent the institution, Your Honor.
So you are here to represent the institution. You should, before talking, you should take your oath. Because that is on record. You're not a lawyer. You know that. You cannot speak unless until you take your oath.
Nagalit
That's
na.
the rule, internal rules of this House and this committee. You cannot speak unless you take your oath. or else I will move to excuse you. It is soon.
Your Honor, if I may, Mr. Chair.
Point of order, Mr. Chair. Mr.
What is
Chair,
your point of order?
yeah, I take the position of Congressman Paduano. I really don't know why she's here. Has she forwarded any explanation written as to her attendance?
And then, Mr. Chairman, a while ago, she was trying to tell us that she is the representative of the Office of the Vice President. And if you are the representative of the Vice President, you have this reason to take your oath as well.
No, but, yeah, but other than that, Mr. Chair, before we can even proceed to asking her to take her oath, has she communicated officially to the committee that she is indeed representing the Office of the Vice President? Is there any letter that whereby Attorney Tolentino
Anyway, ito na. Ligtas na po ang abogada kasi very clear. May sinabi siyang section blank, basta na hindi pwede talagang tanggapin. So ngayon, yung ayaw niyang mag-take out kasi hindi siya invited na resource speaker. Nandyan lang siya, voluntary na nag-attend to represent the Office of the Vice President. O dahil hindi siya nag-take out, pwede na siyang paalisin. Ito, pwede na siyang aalis mamaya. So, talaga, naisahan na naman sila ng Office of the Vice President. Okay, ang ating VP Sara, nandun yan ata sa Bacolod. May ginagawang press conference. Magbigay ako ng update mamaya. Magandang araw mga kaibigan. Pag-usapan natin ngayon ang pahayag ng isang kongresista na wala daw impeachment effort. Hindi nila itutuloy ang napapabalitang impeachment laban kay VP Inday Sara. So, totoo kaya ito? O, kung totoo, anong dahilan nila? Bakit hindi nila ituloy? Okay, dito sa Philippine Star na headlines ngayon, no active House effort to impeach Sara, lawmaker. Okay, so, pahayag ni Manila Congressman Joel Chua, sabi niya, kahit ongoing na yung investigation sa Kamara tungkol sa paggamit ni VP Sara, alleged unlawful na paggamit sa confidential funds, there is no active effort from the House of Representatives to impeach the Vice President. Although, sabi ni Congressman Chua, may mga na-identify na sila na possible grounds for impeachment. Kaya lang, wala. As in, wala. Okay. So, sabi niya, there is none yet. Wala. What we are doing in this committee hearing, which the primary purpose is in aid of legislation. Really? Anong batas na i-amend nila? O anong batas na bagong gagawin? Wala naman silang sinasabi. Puros lang hearing. Ang tagal ng hearing na ito eh. Sabi pa niya, definitely, there are grounds for impeachment. But whether it will push through, that is something that we have to resolve among members of the Congress. Sabi niya. So, ano-ano ang mga grounds? So, ang mga grounds, sabi ni Congressman Chua, tatlo. Betrayal of public trust, graft and corruption, and then bribery. Yun ang posibleng grounds na nakita ng kongresista. So, sabi ni Chua na nalaman lang daw niya itong impeachment na ito, mismo kay VP Sara ang nag-announce. So, ating himay-himayin. dapat ba nating paniwalaan si Congressman Chua na sinasabi niya no active effort o wala silang plano na impeach si VP Sara? Ano sa tingin mo? Baka patibong lang ito para magkumpiyansa si VP Sara. So, posible. Or, baka totoo na hindi na nila itutuloy. Bakit? Baka natakot na sila itong pagkapanalo ni US President-elect Donald Trump. Posible kayang rason yun? Kasi alam naman ng lahat, it's an open secret na malapit na magkaibigan si US President-elect Donald Trump at saka si former President Duterte. Anong sabi ni US President nung unang bisita niya dito? I like Rodrigo very much. Excuse me. So, believe na believe si US President Donald Trump sa leadership, yung matigas na stand ni PRRD, lalo na when it comes to drugs. Kilala itong si Donald Trump, anti-drugs. Ayaw niya ng illegal na droga. Sinasabihan daw niya yung mga anak niya nga, never take drugs. Never kayong mag-inom. Never smoke. Ganon daw siya. So, ano siya? Makaama. Amang-ama ang dating. Kaya no wonder na believe itong si US President Donald Trump sa ginawa ni PRRD noon sa kanyang war on drugs. So, sana totoo na hindi na nila itutuloy. Sana naka-influence sa mga kongresista itong pagkapanalo ni US President Donald Trump na mag-isip-isip sila kasi may yung bali-balita lang ito na meron ng dalawang faction sa Malacanang. Ang isa, yung grupo ni First Lady Lisa, yung isa kay Speaker Romualdez, nagbabanggaan na kasi ang advice, mayroon silang foreign consultant, advisor na, i-stop nyo na yung paninira sa mga Duterte. Ganon daw ang advice ng foreign consultant. It's not good yung palagi nyo na lang ginigipit ang mga Duterte. So, baka ito na yung So, but anyway, baka patibong lang ito. In a way, naniniwala ako kay VP Sara yung nung nag-announce siya na sinabihan siya ng mga kaibigan niyang kongresista na maghanda ka kasi mayroong impeachment na niluluto laban sa iyo. Ako, naniniwala ko doon. Naunahan lang sila ni VP Sara. Na naggulantang na lang sila bakit nalaman ni VP Sara. Baka kaya ito, nakapaghanda si VP Sara, ayun na. Nag-alanganin na. Another reason bakit posibleng hindi na ituloy yung impeachment. Baka mahina yung ebidensya na nakalap nila. Kasi kailan pa yun? Last month, nagsabi na si ex-Senator Trillanes na naka-ready na ang mga articles of impeachment laban kay VP Sara. Ano pa? Yung sina Colmenares, sina Reyes, yung mga makakaliwa, nagsasabi na noon na talagang itutuloy nila ang impeachment case laban kay VP Sara. Bakit? Up to now, wala pa. So, isa lang ang posibleng rason dyan is baka mahina yung kanilang ebidensya. Mahinang ebidensya. Okay, another reason bakit hindi nila itutuloy. Nakikita nila na ngayong Congress na ito, walang sapat na bilang ng senador na pwedeng magdiin kay VP Sara sa impeachment trial. Marami pa ring senador na gustong tulungan si VP Sara. Kailangan ng ilan bang kailangan ng senador? 9 senators. Alam ko yan. So, ang dami pa. Bato, De La Rosa, Bato, Bongo, Padilla. Ayan. I believe si Tolentino, papabor pa rin kay VP Sara yan. Si Amy Marcos, Mag-inang Bilyar. Ito na. Cayetano. Marami pang mga tutulong kay VP Sara sa Senado kung ituloy nilang impeachment. Kaya iyan ang mga rason siguro na up to now hindi pa rin nila. Kaya yung kay Congressman Chua, ano na lang nila yun. Parang alibay na lang kasi wala. Posible next Congress. Depende sa resulta ng senatorial election. Kaya importante po na piliin nating maigi yung mga senador na iboboto natin. May mga nagtatanong, ano yung iboboto ko? Number 1 sa balota ko, yan si Attorney Vic Rodriguez. Sinasabi na ni Attorney Vic na posibleng i-impeach nila si VP Sara by next Congress kung maraming senador na manalo. So isang rason bakit nagtumakbo si Attorney Vic is labanan ng korupsyon at tulungan si VP Sara sa Senado kung manalo siya. Yan, sina Marcoleta. Hindi pa ako Willie Ong. Yung mga so, hindi ko pa na-finalize yung Basta ang isang ko is, yung senador ko, dapat tututol sa hindi siya boboto sa charter change at tutulungan niya si VP Sara kung matuloy ang impeachment case na plano ng mga kongresista.